There's this story I think about sometimes. It's about two friends, two travelers on a long, long road. One of them, he just looked so tired. His shoulders were slumped, like he was carrying this invisible mountain. Every step he took just seemed so heavy. But the other friend, he walked with this incredible lightness, a gentle smile always on his face, even though the road was just as rocky for him. So the tired friend finally asks, How? How can you be so carefree? My own burdens are just crushing me. And the other friend, he just smiles. He points to his own imaginary bag and starts to pull things out. He says, Oh, I have them too. He shows him the stone of a betrayal from an old friend, the boulder of harsh words someone once said, and all the little pebbles of regret from past mistakes. A whole lifetime of resentment and hurt. Then the light-hearted friend looks at his own nearly empty bag. He says, I see stones like these on my path too. But instead of putting them in my bag, I choose to look at them. I acknowledge they're there, and then I gently place them back on the side of the road. The only things I carry are the things that nourish me. Like the warmth of the morning sun, the sound of a bird singing, and the memory of smiles I've met along the way. It's funny, isn't it? We don't realize that our own loneliness often comes from the weight we insist on carrying. It builds this wall around us. We lock ourselves in a prison of the past, and then wonder why the world feels so far away. Letting go? It isn't about forgetting. It's about giving yourself permission to be free. But maybe the heaviest stone we carry isn't a memory. Sometimes it's the shame we feel about ourselves, our own imperfections. It reminds me of the story of the cracked pot. There was this water bearer who had two large pots. One was perfect, always delivering a full portion of water. But the other pot had a crack in it. By the time it reached the house, it was only ever half full. For 2 whole years, this cracked pot felt so ashamed, so worthless. It saw itself as a failure. One day, it couldn't take it anymore, and it apologized to its owner. The owner just smiled kindly and said, On our way back home tomorrow, I want you to look closely at the flowers on your side of the path. The pot did, and it was stunned. It saw a glorious, vibrant trail of beautiful flowers all along its side of the path. The other side, the side of the perfect pot, was barren. The owner explained, I knew about your flaw. That's why I planted flower seeds on your side of the path. Every day, the water that leaked from you has watered them. Because of you. Because of your crack. I have these beautiful flowers to decorate my home. You see? Your crack wasn't a weakness. It was a source of life. We push ourselves into a corner because of our own cracks, don't we? That sensitivity you think is a weakness? Maybe it gives you incredible empathy. That messy past you're ashamed of? Maybe it forged you into the strong person you are today. It's in those imperfect places that the light gets in. And accepting our own cracks is one thing. But what do we do with that? that gaping hole left behind when we lose someone. That pain is deeper than a crack. It's an emptiness. I heard about an old man whose wife had passed away. Every afternoon, people would see him in the park, sitting on a bench, and he would always place his hat on the empty space beside him, the empty chair. He would sit there for hours, sometimes smiling, sometimes whispering to the empty chair. People looked at him with pity. They thought, he'd lost his mind to grief. But for him, that empty chair wasn't a symbol of loss. No, it was a space for endless love. It was where he kept his wife's memory alive, warm and vibrant in his heart. You see, accepting that they're gone doesn't mean erasing them. It means learning to carry their light inside you. So give them a sacred empty chair in your soul, and you'll realize they're never truly gone. And you are never, ever truly alone. So, we learn to put down our burdens, to love our cracks, to cherish the love that remains. We stop looking for someone else to fix us. But still, sometimes there's this lingering feeling of lack, isn't there? We feel like that beggar in the old story, sitting by the roadside his entire life, begging for scraps of affection, for a little bit of happiness. He had no idea. He had no idea that buried right beneath the very ground he sat on was a priceless jewel, a treasure beyond imagination. He lived in poverty, convinced he had nothing, while true abundance was right there under him, all along. That's us so often. We look outside for what we think we're missing, begging the world to make us feel whole. We forget to dig within. That jewel, it's your own inner peace. It's your own resilience, your own capacity for joy. The treasure is already inside you. You are already whole. And yet, even when you find that jewel inside, life can be tough. Some days the storms just roll in and they feel like they're putting out all your lights, one by one. On those days, remember the story of the last candle. In a dark room, 4 candles were burning. The first, named Peace, sighed, "The world is too chaotic. I can't stay lit." And it went out. The second, Faith, whispered, "No one believes in anything anymore. There's no reason for me to burn." And it went out. The third, Love, said sadly, "People push me aside. They've forgotten my importance." And it too went out. The room was dark and frightening. But then a child walked in, and seeing the one little flame still flickering, the child didn't cry. He walked over to the last candle. "Please," the child whispered, "don't go out. As long as you are burning, we can light the others again." That 4th candle, its name was Hope. When you feel completely alone, when peace, faith, and love seem to have gone out in your life, just protect that one tiny flickering flame, the flame of hope. Because from that single spark, love can be rekindled, faith can be restored, and peace. Peace can always find its way back home. That little flame is always there. You just have to find it.